calling people out so much, but at the break times, I will go ahead and point out, thank you to those gifters who are sending gifts. I want you to know I see them and I am thankful. If you hear me not say something while somebody else is talking when I'm doing host mode, it means that I'm putting all my channeled energy into them right now because they're my special guest. So don't take it personally, okay? Also, let's start with a little trivia. Okay, here we go. What animal has the longest lifespan? Is it a blue whale, a locust, a giant tortoise, or an elephant? It's A, B, C, or D. Is it E? No, E. We have B. Locust is not it. Elephant? Not elephant. Blue whale? Not blue whale. Giant tortoise! Who said C? Moon! The lifespan of the giant tortoise is about 150 years, making it the longest living animal on the planet. Oh my God. In captivity, some giant tortoises have lived as long as 177 years. Who would know that the giant tortoise is the longest living animal on the planet? I mean, that's crazy. Okay, what is the only mammal capable of true flight? Is it the ocelot, the hummingbird, flying squirrel, or the bat? Is it the ocelot, the hummingbird, the flying squirrel, or the bat? I see an answer for hummingbird. Nope. Bat? Yes, it is a bat. You guys know you're vampires or bats. You're crazy. I mean, you're batty. Okay. Bats are the only mammals capable of true flight. A bat's wing is constructed very much like a human hand, with extremely elongated fingers and membranes stretched between. Bats can be found almost anywhere in the world except for areas with extreme temperatures such as polar regions and deserts. So there's about 1,000 species of bats worldwide. Let's go! Let's go, you little batty bats. Okay, let's keep on this question here. You ready? What is the fastest flying bird in the world? Is it a sung gem, a peregrine falcon? Is it a spine-tailed swift, or is it a harpy eagle? You're going with the sun gem. It's not that one. You're going to go with the falcon. It is the falcon. Corey, you boss. Okay, able to dive at almost 200 miles per hour, the peregrine falcon is not only the fastest flying bird in the world, but the fastest animal on Earth. Although several subspecies, including the Arctic peregrine and the American peregrine falcon, were once considered endangered, they have made a successful recovery. Okay, all right, you ready? Who's ready for this next question? Let's go. A newborn kangaroo is about the size of a lima bean, a grapefruit, a watermelon, or a plum. A lima bean, grapefruit, watermelon, or a plum. Corey's going with watermelon. Nope. Grapefruit? Nope. Who's that? Oh, lima bean? Lima bean! This is true. This is the bean. A newborn kangaroo is about 1 inch in length, approximately the size of a lima bean. Oh my God. Who knew? The next time you're enjoying your Chipotle, you'll be like, oh, lima bean. That's the same size as a newborn kangaroo. Okay. It's these things that we give you. Whenever Nicole is ready, I would like you to hit the guest box and let me know that you're ready, Nicole, so that way I can add you, get you ready. That way I know you're here and you're ready. So you just hit the guest box and I will know you're ready to come on. Thank you all for all the guests, you guys. Okay. One more question. What is the smallest mammal in the world? Is it a mouse, a numbat, a bumblebee bat, or a pygmy marmoset? A bumblebee? Oh, you are good. Amy got that right away. The smallest mammal in the world is the bumblebee bat. Wow, which lives along the river Kwai in western Thailand. And an endangered species. Thank you for all the gifts, everybody. So yes, it is. It's the bumblebee. Ooh, it's the guest for me. Okay, so now is our special time. It is 8:10. We want to welcome my first special guest to the box. If you're just coming into Meow and Me, I want to thank you for coming into the show. Welcome in. Sit back, sit down for the next 15 minutes and enjoy our first guest, or the whole hour, and enjoy the whole show. Our first guest name is Nicole Rose. She has 3 fabulous Maine Coon, real Maine Coon kitties, and I am excited. So please throw in some clappies or maybe some kitties in the emoji comments, and let's welcome Nicole into the stream. I know I'm super excited.
Hi there!
Hi. Oh, you dressed up as a kitty too.
I did. It was so funny. Right as I sat down and I request the guest, this one hopped on my lap and she's like, "Are we gonna be on a show, Mom?" So
yes,
I'm very excited.
Yes, we are. Look at how adorable.
Hi guys! Oh, Bernard's in. Nice to see you guys.
Yeah, this is nothing to mess around with. We have 2 kitties in the box right now.
Thank you, Zid. Thank you. So yeah, I did get all 3 of them at the same time about 3 years ago. I was looking for Maine Coons on Facebook Market, and the ones in Toronto were like an arm and a leg, and you don't even have their shots. They don't have anything. And I saw a breeder in Russia, and she was charging the same price with chipped and the price of like the ticket to get them to Canada and everything. So I'm like, okay, this is worth it, and they're going to be majestic as hell. So I ended up getting 3 at once. So I was 0 to 100, no cat mom, and then cat mom the next day. So big change in a very short period.
Did you always know that you wanted 3?
No, I was initially just going to get 1 male and 1 female just to have brother and sister to keep each other company. But then the last month before they were coming to me, my brother and I were talking, and he's like, so, if you got a 3rd one and you got a girl, you could just breed them and then make all your money back. And you love taking care of cats. And I'm like, you know what? That's actually not a bad idea. Why not? What's 1 more gonna do? Didn't realize how much work 3 would be. But yeah, I got a little family now.
It's what's 1 more gonna do for me?
I know, no, it was a big change. Yeah, 2 and 3. Yeah.
So what are their names?
This one is Zara. So she's a tortoise Maine Coon. She's a little shy.
Hi, Zara.
Oh, she's like looking down. She's so shy. Yeah, so she's 3 years old. She's the tiniest one out of all of them. I have Leo. Go get him.
Okay, so if you're just coming in, this is Nicole. She has 3 Maine Coon kitties from Russia, who she got from Russia. I know, you guys. Isn't that crazy? Now, did you see Zara's ears and how they were big? And
I'll show you again. She has like the furriest little tufts on her ears.
Yeah, Barry. This is like
this is like, I'm gonna have to move the table so you guys can see Leo. He's just my huge cat. So this is Leo. He's a big boy.
Oh my God,
he's the one that always jumps on me and wants cuddles all the time. He looks angry, but that's just their breed. He's not an angry fella. He's just huge, and that's the way they look. But yeah, he's a big. He knows I do this to him all the time, so he's just like, yes, mother, just do what you need to do. Show me off.
Yeah. Did you see? Now, what was his name again, Nicole?
His name is Leo.
Leo.
Yeah.
And that's because he probably looks like a lion.
Yeah, he's my little tiger. I call him my Mufasa sometimes.
Did you guys see how tall is he and from top to bottom, Nicole? Like,
I
is
feel
he
like
4 feet?
he could, his arm, yes, I love you too. I feel like he could like reach like up to my boobs.
Right, like
If
he's
I
very
like he's
tall.
already been stretched out, so I could tell he doesn't want to stretch anymore. But yeah, if I pick him, he goes like all the way like right here when I have him. So he's like, it's when I have him like this though. But if I have it up to his head, you'll get to my hip.
Yeah, good. You brought up like, okay, so that's Leo, and then you have
And then
Zara.
Luna. Yeah, so Zara, Leo, and then Luna is the one up there. I'm just gonna grab her to show you. So they're all different. One's orange, one's brown, and then one's white.
Oh, absolutely. I love both of them so far. Welcome. If you're coming into Meow and Me, this is Nicole and her 3 cats. But these are just not any cats. These are the mega big bosses of the breeds. These are the main coons. Oh,
she sees the flower. She's like, oh, what's that?
hello,
Thank you.
And which one is this, Luna?
This is Luna, yeah. So I named them I named her after Sailor Moon, the black cat in Sailor Moon, but see, Luna means moon. And the black cat in Sailor Moon is black, which never really made sense to me. So I feel like a white cat suits the moon name. So I felt like that was perfect for her. Leo is because I'm a Leo. I'm a fire sign. And then Zara means Russian princess. And she was last minute kind of choice. So like when she ended up coming, I had to think of a name fast, and I just thought that was perfect for her. So
I love it. Luna after Sailor Moon, Leo because you're a Leo. Look at Luna. Hello, Luna.
She's the fluffy one. She sheds the most out of all of them put together. Oh my goodness. She's a lot of work. And it was her and Leo as the 2 original, and then Zara, the dark one, the first one I showed you, she was the one I chose last, like right at the end. She was the one that I picked, yeah.
They're so big, Nicole. They're just...
And they're not even done growing. They still grow for another year.
And so how old are they now?
They're 3.
Okay, so they grow up to 4 years.
Like the females, but Leo could grow until he's 5.
5?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm hoping if he keeps growing, I'm going to see if I can, like, I don't know, check out Guinness World Records, because I think, like, the heaviest cat was, like, 40 pounds as a Maine Coon. I think the biggest Maine Coon was, like, 40, 42 pounds or something. And he's already more than halfway there. And he's not done growing, so I'm like, I might have to do some research in the future about you. So, yeah, the orange one.
Leo is the orange one, and that's a female. Leo is the orange one. What kind of stuff do you feed your kitties?
Liver, chicken hearts, chicken gizzards, and I mix it with kibble. And then I sometimes, like, this is once in a while because they really don't like it, but they have no choice if I mix it with their food. It's good for them. I'll get broccoli and spinach and I'll boil it, and then I'll like mash it up into a paste and then mix it with their kibble and the liver and all that. So it'll come out a little green, but like I could tell within like a few days of giving them that diet, their fur is so much nicer. It's just, I could tell they're not really down for the vegetables, but I put a little bit to mix, and then they kind of get over it because it's like they have the liver in there, they have the chicken heart, so it's like they have to get to it somehow. So yeah, but I don't do it often. It's like once a month maybe that I do that for them with the veggies.
Well, okay, so I'm sure so many people have questions like right now. Are they raw? Like, do you?
Yeah, I don't cook it.
No cooking.
Yeah, I've tried to give them cooked meat. They're not crazy about it. But yeah, like, and for treats, that's pretty much the only thing. Like, I get them the Pure Bites, and it's like the freeze dried. So it's just like, this is just chicken breast, and it's just freeze dried. Oh no, not this one. This is whitefish. So it's literally pieces of whitefish that have been just dried. So like, that's the only pretty much like when it comes to cooking that I've given to them, because I'm very picky. Like, I remember the first Thanksgiving that they spent with me, I tried to give them a little bit of the turkey just to get them to try it, and they were just like, giving me this face like, what the hell is this? So
Are
I'm
you
like, okay,
trying,
he's trying like raw stuff.
are you trying to poison me? No.
Yeah, like what is this cooked shit? Excuse my language.
I don't want to try this out. No, thank you. Facts. Oh my goodness. That's bizarre. So,
Thank you for
okay,
this.
so if you're just coming in, welcome into Meow and Me. This is Nicole Rose. We've met her three kitty cats, Luna, Zara, and no,
Luna.
Leo. Oh
Leo.
yeah, I got
No,
it
you're
right.
right, because you said Luna first. Yeah, you're right. I thought you said Luna.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
these are Maine Coons. They're about like up to her breasts. They're so tall. Welcome in. Okay, now let's move on a little bit more about your pets. Do you think your pets have an emotional connection to you?
I think they are very needy. Like I can't really stream in peace. Like they all need to jump on me. Sometimes like if I have one of them, the other one will try to jump on me at the same time. So I'll have two cats on my lap and it's like they'll look at each other and you can see that they're telling each other like this is my like this is my spot, like bug off. Like you can see that they don't want to share me. So like they're it's definitely a lot with them. And then Leo, it's like if I don't give him attention, he'll jump on me. And I have to look at him because if I'm not looking at him, and he jumps on me, he doesn't realize how big he is, and he'll just like grab me, not realizing he's like cutting me up, but he doesn't mean to hurt me. He just like he tries to grip me, and he's just so big and heavy that he doesn't like realize as he drops. So yeah, they can be a lot. And right now, as I talk about him, he's like literally looking at me like, "Mom, really? Like, don't embarrass me. Like, don't talk about me like that, Mom."
I can see that he does know that you're talking about him.
Yeah, no, he is. He does. They're very smart, and right now they're just all hanging out right
Yeah,
here. The
yeah,
three
I
of them.
love it. Look at how big they
And that's a
are.
big, that's a dog bed that I got for them because they're just big cats. So I figured might as well just get a dog bed instead of a cat bed.
You
So,
guys, take a look at the dog bed. This is not a cat bed, and look at the length. Look at the length of the kitty cat. It is bigger than
that's
most
a battery
dog
over there. I
beds.
have some stuff charging, but yeah,
That
that's
happens. We're all human, Nicole. No worries. And look at how Leo just most of Leo is hanging off of the cat tree. Just half of me. Just like I love it.
so
I love
big.
it. What is their favorite game to play with you? Like what?
Laser.
Oh, really? The red
Laser,
one?
yeah. Yeah, you know what? Let me go see what the room looks like. Maybe I could give you guys a little show quickly.
Oh, yeah, I love that. To see what they do.
I know Burner in the comments loves that.
Sorry, I had to blow my nose.
It's okay. I was just saying, I know Burner in the comments there, he loves seeing me play the laser game with them.
Oh, nice.
Because they're just so big.
We all want to see it, trust me.
Okay, cool.
I definitely want to see it. I mean, I don't know why anybody who wouldn't want to see it. I'm just saying, you know?
All right, so let's see. Okay, don't mind my room. I was just a little messy. Just gonna get the little laser.
You made your bed. Your
My bed's kind of made.
Look, it's
Kind of
made
made.
mine. It already just because it's not a crumpled blanket.
Yeah. I normally make it right when I wake up, but like
I was running around today and I came home and I saw that the bed wasn't made and I just like threw it over and I just stripped the pillows. I'm like, okay, good enough. Okay, so
I feel that way about a lot of times. Yeah, absolutely. You guys, please take this moment to hit Nicole Rose with a favorite.
thank
You
you
know,
guys.
there's 3 kitties. Oh.
Okay. Gotta get their attention. Once they hear the laser sound, they're just like, whoa, okay, it's time to play.
Oh, look at them. Oh.
I don't know how well you guys can see it.
Now there's 2. Yeah, it's
Okay,
perfect.
cool.
Nicole, it's perfect.
Okay, cool. Zara, she just kind of likes to kind of watch while these two like take over. She's the tiniest one out of the 3, so I feel like she gets dominated by the other 2. a lot, so she kind of like stays in the background until like it's like her time. If these two were in here, she would jump on the bed, but I feel like because they're bigger than her, they kind of like they call the shots. If that makes sense.
Oh, totally, totally.
Yeah,
There's
he's
probably
huge, so
usually
it's
an
like he's
alpha in the
tall.
pack, you know?
Oh come on, guys, this kid's so good. It's like now they're being watched.
I think they do know that they're being watched. They probably really do. Sneaky kitties, hello. Hello, baby kitties. Look at Leo.
He
Look
like
at
scares
big
the other one
fluffy
away.
tail.
My little tiger.
Hello, Leo.
He's so big.
Thank you, Moon.
But yeah, I really appreciate you having me. This was really fun. I've never been on like another like person's like stream that's like a passionate about animals. So this was really really cool to be on here tonight.
I love cats, and I definitely. Where do your cats sleep at, Nicole? Do they sleep with you?
On me.
I had a. How do you share? How do they get? Like, where do they sleep on you at? Like, they're
Like
so
when I'll lay
big.
down, they wait until I like get comfy and he'll like lay right on my chest and like he'll rub his face like on my chin, like do his like
Does he
his
like
weird.
flat lay down on you with your chest all the, like, you know what I mean? Like, so is it like a body pillow?
Yeah. Or if
Wow.
he's on my side, I can like literally lay on the side and he'll be like a oversized teddy bear.
That is so crazy.
They're
You're
super
just
cuddly.
coming in. Welcome to Meow and Me. This is Nicole Rose. This is Leo, her Maine Coon. If you can't see the awesome size of the kitty, this cat is probably over 4 feet long. Okay, without the tail. So
Yeah.
to give you an idea, without the tail. So, and this, and
I'll stretch him out again. He's
I
really
like,
used to it.
does he like being stretched out? I know my cat's like that.
They do sometimes, but I have to give him a lot of treats after.
Oh yeah, look at this,
He's a good
massive.
boy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a Maine Coon cat. This is a Maine Coon
The
cat,
Maine
the
Coon.
largest breed of cats. And it's also one of the most friendliest breeds of cats.
They're like
It's
the
great
cat
to be
version
around.
of like Great Danes.
Yeah, it's the
Like the
cat
cat
version of
version.
Great Danes. I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's what it would be called, like just the cat version of Great Danes.
Hello, baby. Oh
Thank
my
you,
God.
cat.
I'm not, I
Thank
mean,
you.
Nicole, I'm not talking, I mean, I'm sure
He's
people
just
talk to
super
you like
chill.
that too.
Just let me carry him. He's just like a sack of potatoes.
He's just so docile and very like warm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's such a good
that
boy.
guy, you see the massive size of these kitty cats. Let me ask just a few more questions. Um, you know, what has something owning a pet has taught you, Nicole Rose?
Sorry, what was the question?
What is something that owning your 3 pets has taught you?
hmm Never leave things on tables in case you just don't care to not see them ever again. There's that. Don't leave half glass cups of water or any liquid substance on the table. Um, honestly, I feel like they've definitely, on a serious note, I believe they really like helped me through a really big transition in my life. Like last year, I got out of a long-term relationship, like 3 years, and they have been so loving towards me. And I think they even know that there's been such a great change in my life. So they've definitely been really, really loving. Like I feel like they've definitely been there more than they understand during my healing. So they are definitely like super, 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 super important to me. They mean everything to me. So they're my kids.
I love that.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to
Thank you,
people who
Nadia.
were
Thank you.
thinking about like getting a pet? Like, what kind of advice would you give them?
To someone that wants to get a Maine Coon?
Yeah.
Um, don't get a Maine Coon if you feel like you're not going to be putting a lot of your time into the Maine Coon. The Maine Coon does require to have a lot of attention, hence why when I originally went to research, I wanted to get two in case I did work a lot, they would at least have each other. Um, they're one of the best like cats to have when growing a family. So if you want to have a child, like they just love kids, they love other animals. So they're very loving towards other animals. So it would be like a good choice of a cat to get that. But also Maine Coons require a lot of space. So you would have to get a lot of space for them. Either if it's not a lot of space, a lot of jungles, they need to be combed at least 3 times a week per cat. So I have to do it 9 times a week for these guys. And I won't lie, I don't do it 9 times because it can be very hard to do it that much. But I do try like at least to get it 4 or 5 times a week for each of them. So it is a lot with the combing, and they will shed like crazy during like the weather change, like from spring to summer or winter to spring or whatever it is. So they do shed a lot. What else? They don't live very long compared to normal cats. They live up to maybe like 15, 20 years would be stretching it, but I have researched and found out that there has been Maine Coons who have lived up to 21, 22 years. But I believe that has a lot to do with like the diet. So if they're eating like really good food for throughout their life, then their life expectancy will be longer. But if they're just eating like normal kibble and stuff, like their 10, 12 years is probably like the average for Maine Coons, which is quite short, but that's because of their size too. They go through a lot of health issues with their bones because of their size. So there'll be a lot of hip issues if they're not like treated well, or like the food that they eat, or even just because of the size that they are, that they will have this. So that's kind of like the one thing to keep in mind when wanting a Maine Coon, that there could be chances that your cats will have issues when they get older because of the size that they are. So it's kind of a lot of the reasons why I've been giving them such a strict like diets, because I kind of want them to live as long as I can have them, even though the type of cat that they are, they don't really live for a very long time. And cats, like this specific breed, is just like the most affectionate breed. I feel like, in my opinion, like I've had different cats in my life, but Maine Coons are the most affectionate. They just love to cuddle. They love to like kiss you and hug you, and they like are vocal. They will speak to you if you like talk to them. And so it's definitely like having like a friend for sure, like on a different level. And Maine Coons have a lot of dog traits also. So if you could actually teach your Maine Coon how to play fetch, like throwing a ball, and he'll go pick it up and bring it to you and drop it in front of you. And they can, like, my my friend has a Maine Coon, and that's what she did with her cats. But she taught them at a young age, where me, I kind of didn't teach mine. So I think, I don't know, because they're 3 years old now, it might not be as easy to teach them like tricks like that. But it was really cool to see. But yeah, I think, I don't know what else pops in my head, but hope I taught somebody something about Maine Coons tonight.
Oh, I think it's awesome. I want to completely. Oh, go ahead.
I just remembered something. Okay, this is something I love telling people. So when I first researched Maine Coons, I found out back in like the Viking days, Vikings used to actually like to travel with Maine Coons because of their size, and because they would be able to swim in water. They weren't afraid of water, so they could be in water if they were on the boat and whatever, and something happened to the boat, they could swim and they wouldn't like freak out like normal cats. And because they have 2 layers of fur, so when it would be crazy cold, they would still be able to keep themselves warm and like safe and alive pretty much throughout the crazy seasons with these Vikings. So these Vikings would use Maine Coons to have them carry things, and because they knew that Maine Coons could like deal with a lot of crazy weather. So I just thought that was really cool.
Well, I think it's fascinating. I mean, originally they come out of Russia, like that's where they're known to originate from, is like in the Russian area. So I think, yeah, that's, makes a lot of sense. The Arctic area, the upper north. So, yep,
Yeah.
welcome. If you're coming in, this is Nicole Rose. You're coming into Meow and Me. This was our first guest. She showed off 3 of very precious Maine Cones, Zara, Leo, and Luna. Before you go, and this is like the last question, because trust me, there are a lot of people just sitting here watching us right now.
Okay.
What do you do when you stream? When do you stream? And do you have social media that people can connect with you on?
Yeah, so on my Meet Me account here, I have my Instagram linked to it. So if anyone wanted to reach out to me, you can get through on my Instagram there. I do stream. I try to every night, and I try to do it at some point after 9 p.m. I usually target between like 11 p.m. and 12 a.m., a little late, but that's kind of been my target right now. It's just been around that time. But I am trying to do more like day streams. But right now it's just the late nights.
When you stream, and that's there we have
Yeah.
people who are up quite a bit throughout the night, right? And
Yeah.
I mean, do you show off your kitties at all, Nicole?
I do. They jump on me, so they like. Oh, people are like, "Oh my God, who's that?" Or so like I do show them because they love the attention, so they're always on me all the time. But I do a lot of cooking streams, so I'll like cook and bake on stream. I love listening to music and taking music requests and like learning about different kinds of music around the world. So I do love playing music a lot in my streams. It's very just chill and laid back where people can kind of just relax and like talk about things where they wouldn't feel judged. So it's a very just late night chill vibe, I guess you could say, super late. But when I first started, it's usually like me doing the cooking, and then like towards the end of like my stream, it's kind of like where people come in and hang out and shoot the shoot.
Look, I love it. I love all.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on Meow and Me.
Thank you for having me.
You guys heard her. Hit her with a favorite. Go check her out. She streams later in the evening. Go check out her Instagram. She's got Instagram. Go see the kitties.
Thank you for having me. It was so fun.
Yeah, no, I'd absolutely love to have you come back again. This is just a really special treat to see a really big kitties. Like that's a very special treat for all of us. And so I feel like that's something I definitely, if you're willing to come back again, that we would love to see again in the future.
Oh, well, thank you for having me. I would love to come back again.
Like not to put you on the spot like right now, right?
No.
But thank you so much, Nicole. So okay,
Thank
everybody,
you.
say bye to Nicole.
Bye. Bye, everybody. Thank you for having me. See
Say
you.
bye. We have to do something called, I know, right? Like everybody, these are passionate pet people. We have a lot of passionate pet people here. So if you're just coming into the show, this is Meow and Me. We just had our first special guest, Nicole Rose, with her 3 awesome, like full breed Maine Coon cats. That's the biggest cats. That's the biggest cat breed. That's like the Great Dane of cats, okay? Like for the dogs. Like it's a huge cat. We met Zara, Leo, and we met Luna tonight. Now, as we're going through our first segment, we're moving into our second segment. Now, this is super exciting, you guys. There's some good news and some bad news. Now, Kitty, you're like, what is the good news? Tell me the good news. I know. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you the good news. After I like snot on my nose a little, that happens. It's the flu season. So okay, the good news is this is Pet in the News. 82% of Americans fell in love at first sight with their dogs. Ooh, yes, it's true. Can you believe it? 82% of Americans fell in love with their dogs at first sight. Also, 1 in 4 pet parents said they would actually die for their furry friends. 1 in 4. These surprising new findings are according to the survey done by Polefish on behalf of Rowan, a premium grooming company for animals. So the survey found that a higher number of pet owners admitted their dogs won their hearts over more than those who reported fallen in love with a partner at first sight. 77%. So just to put this like on Valentine's Day, everybody, If your Valentine happens to be your furry pet friend, whether it's a cat, a dog, or a little gerbil, or a snake, or whatever it might be, realize that the survey found that that people fell in love with their furry pet friends at love at first sight at a higher rate than they fell in love with their partner at first sight. That is astonishing. Many of us adore our dogs, but these love at first sniff confessions were even a surprise to us. So, dog owners are extremely committed to making their dog's well being a priority. And in many cases, taking care of their dog is even more important than taking care of their human partner. Here are some key findings of the survey. 36% of Americans said their dog is their closest companion. 36%. 46% of Americans said they spoil their dog over their human partners. Wow. I mean, that's huge. Yes, it's huge. This study was done November 8th, 2021. And it was pulled with 400 adults 18 and over. Hello, welcome to Meow and Me, everybody. So 46% of Americans said they spoil their dog over their human partners, and more dog owners fell in love with their dogs at first sight than they did actual human partners. So, interesting. Welcome to Meow and Me. If you're just coming in, welcome. So that was Pets in the News. We also have a follow-up story for Pets in the News. And this is more to my heart, and it has something to be said about pandemic pets. Now, Kitty, you're like, what do you mean? I gave you the good news first. I gave you all the great facts and the fun things first, okay? But I do need to talk to you tonight about also another news story that's in the news and continues to remain in the news as people are going back to work. And that's about America's pandemic pets. Now, this is also the case in the United Kingdom and all across places where they were in lockdown with pets. So Americans adopted millions of dogs during the pandemic. Now, what do we do with them? This is from the Washington Post. Thank you for coming in. Now, Americans face a moment of reckoning with their pandemic pups and the money they spend on them. So, with the country thrust into uncertainty by the Omicron variant of the coronavirus, the millions of Americans who welcome pets in their homes since the first shutdowns in March of 2020 are facing shocks in their household budgets and logistical challenges as they try to predict the course of the pandemic and make preparations to return to work and social activities in person. More than 23 million American households, nearly 1 in 5 nationwide in America, adopted a pet during the pandemic. Did you hear me? 1 in 5 nationwide adopted a pet during the pandemic. And that's according to the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, which is the ASPCA, which is a very well-known organization. And many dog owners have spent the pandemic pampering their poochers. Americans spent $21.4 billion on non-commercial pet products through November, plus another $28.4 billion on dog food, according to market research firms. Rover, a gig economy platform that focuses on overnight boarding and dog sitting, reported a record $157 million in revenue. Now, you're saying, like, well, Kitty, doesn't that sound great? Like, we have pets, they're being loved, all of this stuff, they're being cared for. What's the problem, right? What is the issue, Kitty? Like, what is your problem? The problem goes on is that while 1 in 5 households adopted pets during the pandemic, a record number of these pets are returning back to shelters now that people are going back to work. And so the question is that are you available potentially to potentially get one of the pandemic pets? They probably have been well cared for and well loved during the pandemic, but now that people are going back to work, it's possible that you could become a little pet owner during this time and show love to a pet that it might be being returned just because of the logistical problems with working from home versus working from an office. So think about it then before you get out there. Remember what the one survey says, that 82% of people fell in love with their furry pet at first sight. That's more than people fell in love with their partners at first sight. That's more. And they get a lot of satisfaction from being a loving owner of a pet. And there's a lot of pets right now that need loving owners due to the pandemic. We call it, the pet pandemic now because there's so many pets that are being returned back. Now, that I'm not going to leave us all on a bad note. Kitty, you're like, geez, like, what now? Let's also get excited because we have a second guest tonight. Our second guest is Corey. And if Corey is around, please hit me up. Come on, hit the box up so I know you're here. We're just running a little later than we normally run. Oh, yay. I'm so excited. This is so exciting. Also, our second guest, welcome to Meow and Me. Here comes Corey. Yay!
Hello.
Hi, Corey.
Hi.
What is going on?
Not much. Not much.
Okay, now what's your pet name?
Okay, I have two cats.
Yes.
One is 3 and the other one is 8 months. They come from the same mother, but they were in different litters. They're both like calico mix. I have my oldest one is Letty, and my youngest one is Precious.
Oh.
Yes, ma'am.
So Letty, how old again?
Letty is 3.
Letty is 3. Precious is 7.
It's 8 months.
8 months.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Yes, ma'am.
Gotcha. Okay. So tell me how you get their names.
Their names. So Letty, I'm a big fan of Fast and the Furious. So my oldest was Letty. That was basically my cat. And this is Precious. This is my kid's cat. I don't know where my son came up with the name. I guess he used to be, she's so precious. So that's just what we went with, Precious.
I love it. This is the 8-month.
Yes, this is my 8-month-old.
Letty.
No, Precious.
Precious. Look at Precious. Beautiful. Look at the white paws. I would be trying to eat them all the time. I love it.
Yep. She likes to lay next to me.
Now, where did you get them from?
Just a friend. She kind of lives in the country, so they get dropped off and they just keep having litters, and she'll be like, okay, well, I have more cats. I'm like, man, I'm honestly a dog person, but we live in an apartment and we don't have any space outside. So I was like, I have a lot of issues with depression. So it's been recommended by my counselor to, have an emotional support animal. So with not being able to have a dog, it's like, oh, the cat's the next best thing. And it very much helps. Like the comfort of, if I don't have someone there next to me, I always have my cat next to me. So it's just like having another person in my life.
I can believe that resonates now completely. If you guys are coming to help them in, this is not a story. Meeting see. So I love like that right there. What emotions that your animal sense from you?
I'm sorry, what was that?
What kind of emotions do you feel like your animal can sense from you? Like
I mean, it's really everything. Like they can sense, they can really sense everything with me when I'm gonna get up, when I'm gonna lay down, if I'm sad, if I'm leaving. Really they know like kind of my every move.
yeah,
They have me on a pattern.
I would love to do you.
You what?
What do they love with you?
Just lay with me. Follow me around. Any kind of way. They like to steal my food. That's probably the biggest thing. They love
that.
Oh man. I mean they know that they're not allowed on the table. So they'll sneak up on the table, especially like if I'm preparing food, I go to the bathroom, I'll come back, man, they're eating my cheeseburger. Like they steal my kids' hot dogs like mid mouth. They'll steal the hot dog, chicken wings. Though when Precious was a baby and we had just gotten her, she stole a chicken wing. It was almost bigger than her. It was just running across the room. They're foodies. They fit in with my family, definitely.
Jay, if you no.
What was that?
So would you say that's the habit that your pet has?
Probably stealing the food, but then they also like to attack your feet at night.
No.
Yes. Yes, and I'm one of those that I have the blanket, but I have the one foot sticking off the bed. Oh no, I can't do that anymore. I have to be rolled up in the blanket. Yes. In mid-sleep. And they know it. They're like, wake up and play with me, damn it.
Right. So I'm guessing they sleep and then start to roam around.
Yes. They sleep all day, and then they'll just randomly wake up. And the younger one is definitely more rambunctious than the older one. But my older one, when she was younger, she was very, very rambunctious. And then we got her fixed. They're like, oh, get her fixed and it'll help. Oh no, it never helped. And then we brought the younger cat in, and she's really calmed down. But it's like the younger cat's like, play with me, damn it. So like it's one will be asleep, the other one wakes the other one up. Then it's all hell break loose all night.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they're like, let's wake the people up too.
Right. Like, what have pet taught you?
I mean, I've been a pet owner most of my life. But I was kind of like what I geared to say earlier, you don't understand how much a pet can really keep you level, on all different kinds of levels. So it's more like with my kids, it's learning the responsibility. So, they know they have to clean the litter box, they have to feed them, they have to make sure they have water, before they go to school, when they get home from school. And then, it pushes me to keep myself level too, because like the emotions and the connections, because I'm really a homebody. So the more I'm at home, like the more my mind can change and turn, and I can be sad and lonely. But then, it's always that push is like, hey, I'm here. Let me get in your face. I'm here. Love me. So it really teaches you to like widen the horizons of your mind of any company is, I mean, most company is good company, especially with an animal. So it just helps you really realize that you're not alone. You have other ways to be loved, and they think about you just like a person. And they might not talk back, but they give the hugs and the cuddles and the kisses. And so it's it definitely kept me very level.
I love that. Do you have your bathroom? Do you ever bathe the cats, or do they ever jump shower, or
They both hate water. But
so?
we actually bought a thing. I think it was on Wish or Amazon. You can buy like a cat where it holds them in so they can't like scratch you. So you just throw it over them and then you wash it. It's kind of like earth sheer. So you wash through it. So they're still getting washed, but they can't like really attack you because, you know, cats are not very fond of water. So we bought one of those and it's definitely helped because my kids are like, oh, I want to take a shower with a cat. And you come out and you got scratches everywhere. I'm like, yeah, that doesn't work very well. But now they can.
Now they
Two with one.
that's a really good idea. I have those on Wish myself, and I wondered if they would work and not.
Yeah, it's just like a little towel that kind of holds them in and they just can't really like scratch you. You know how some of them like to climb up the walls and so yeah, it's definitely easier because you don't have to get all scratched up.
That's smart.
Yeah.
So what have you learned about yourself becoming a pet parent?
About myself, I mean, like I said, you know, I'm normally a dog person, so becoming a cat mother,
Yes.
I guess it's really about myself. I learned that animals are just like humans. You know, everybody is different, and it just kind of gives you that mind where I can accept more people. I have a wider mind span of how to connect with people on a different level as I would an animal, you know, since everybody's so different. So learning about myself is learning about how I can interact with more people and definitely become a better person myself.
Well, that's a study for you, like that because it's like people, animals, all have personalities.
Right.
Like
Exactly.
it's never one size fits all situation.
Exactly.
Now, I don't know a cat. I would if I was a cat. Don't know, but I'm pretty sure it would be like chasing their
Right.
like,
I would be the Mancoon. I'd be like, love me, hold me, pet me.
right? Like massive. What recommendations do you have for somebody about getting?
I mean, first you really just have to think about if you are prepared for it. One of the biggest things is like I'm a single mother, so I struggle sometimes with putting the food on the table for myself. So you really got to think about like whether you can really afford it. There's places out there, you know, that you can get donations from and get help with taking care of, but it's definitely something you really have to take into play because you don't want your animal to feel any kind of way that, you know, oh, well, I can't eat, so my cat's not going to eat today, you know? So you really got to think about the responsibility of being able to handle that. And then, you know, it's really, what is your alternative motive? Like, you know, there's a lot of people who don't have animals for the right reason. So you really got to keep in mind that, you know, these animals, like I said, are just kind of like people. Like you really got to make sure that they didn't ask to be brought into this world. So if you're going to bring them into your family, you really need to be able to treat them just like another person in your family or really, really part of your family.
I love that. Yeah. So I think that's special all of them, you know, whether they're big, like dogs, rabbits, all of that.
Right.
Thank you so much. Okay. I just have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
What is your strangest thing that you're
My what? What was that?
This is the strangest thing that your cat
The strangest things that my cat do. Okay, my precious. She is very scatterbrained. So she likes to play in the litter box. So the litter that I have is very, very fine and thin, and it slides. So it when she steps on it, it slides, and so she thinks it's like sand, and she's playing in it, and then she finds the little poop turds, and kind of like until 1 o'clock in the morning, I wake up, she might be slapping them in the air, like I'm like, oh no, you have plenty of toys, you don't need to be playing with poop. Right. No, that's what I mean.
That is.
They're very goofy.
And we're all like, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
You know, like, why?
Right.
Like, almost you're like 4-year-old for the first time in the refrigerator.
Right.
And you're like, why?
Oh no. The whole gallon of tea on the floor.
Right.
Exactly.
So
Well, they like to dunk the water a lot too. But instead of drinking the water, usually I come and it's all over the floor.
yeah.
Just playing with it.
Teenagers don't do that. So okay, Courtney. What has your experience done for your family? Like you got to help with your family. Has it been an added or has it been
I mean, it's definitely helped. Like I said, it's kind of like we always make sure that our cats are like part of our family. So, it's very helpful that, like I said, they learn responsibility. So they all have their own duties of, making sure they're fed and cleaning the litter box. But it's also come to the point where they become more active. So my kids are avid gamers, and so they don't like to leave the house. Now that we have cats, they have harnesses, they have leashes, and they're apt to take them for a walk. It's not a dog, but they're gonna take the cat for a walk. My son even asked me to buy one of those book bags that's made for the cat, and he's like, oh, over the summer we'll be going on walks every day. I'm like, oh, like that's not something that's going to come out of my kid's mouth. But it's definitely become I guess you could say a healthy way, for them to really build their lifestyle as being a cat owner, and not only that, but for themselves too. So it's definitely helped all of us.
That's so powerful.
It helps a lot.
I mean, it has to be like a bit with the rawest, but yet like almost fragile, touchy.
Right.
I think it's about all of our different personalities, and like not all of run outside, run, go.
Mm-hmm.
And how can the pet really just even what we do inside of our
on a daily bit, right.
I love it.
It's definitely been really life changing. Like I said, it's like every aspect of our lives, emotionally, physically. So it's definitely an inspiration that, like, some people might not think of it that way, like, oh, it's just something else to add. I said, but really it's definitely been a positive experience. So
yeah, it's beautiful. I love it. Okay, last couple here.
uh-huh.
When do you stream? What do you stream about? Is there some social media that we hold of you? Didn't for your account?
Sure. I kind of stream randomly. Usually it's one of two things. Usually it's either when I'm at work, so it's kind of like a quiet stream, or are you on the weekends, sometimes at night, mid-evening. Like I'll just probably put some music on. I'm known for washing the dishes and kind of dancing around. I also like to cook. It's really just kind of a chill vibe. I'm part of the Trophy family, with D'Angelo, so I'm always in one of their streams, supporting, just by being there and kind of dropping gifts when I can. So I'm definitely always around there, and I definitely hang out a lot with OGJ. So I love learning new things and meeting new people. So if I'm not streaming, then I'm always usually a part of someone that I'm very, I wouldn't say intimate, but very very close to. So I love meeting new people. I love being on new streams. I definitely love this feature thing. So I'm definitely I'm really chill. Anybody can hit me up. I have an Instagram and a Snapchat, which are both in my profile. So yep, that's about it.
So if you hit her profile, hit her, and then hit Instagram and give her a follow.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
talk to her time about her pets. Say their names one more time.
Letty and Precious.
Letty and Precious. I remember their names, but I couldn't remember their that happens.
Yeah. It's okay. They'll come if you call.
Thank you, Corey, for coming on the show. I hope sometime you'd be willing to come back as a guest again.
Awesome.
I love the rawness and like honest of your relationship with your family and your pets with your family and stuff. I hope that people appreciate that as much as I did. I just want to feel that was cool. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Corey. Okay, so I will let you out.
Thank you. Bye.
So we are wrapping up tonight. I don't see Donnie in the comments, you guys. I don't think Donnie, unfortunately, made it in tonight, which is usually our third segment of the night. She did have an emergency. I kind of thought that was the case, Jay. I kind of thought that was the case. So Chuck's Love Adventure, sadly, everybody, Chuck's Love Adventure is on hold for tonight. Unfortunately, Chuck is being stood up, which is just like all of us in real life. Sometimes we all get stood up, even Chuck Norris. So he'll have to deal with it. Oh, poor Chuck. I don't know what Chuck will do. Oh, I'll have to give him an extra kitty treat tonight. But before we leave and before we finish up tonight, we have Pet of the Week. Pet of the Week. Now, okay. Now, this was so close. Now, first off, Pet of the Week, anyone is welcome to submit a picture of their animal, their pet, along with the name of their pet to my Instagram, okay? To my Instagram. All you do is go on my Instagram, say, Kitty, I want my pet in Pet of the Week. Here's a picture of my pet. You send it in. I will put it into the Pet of the Week and the audience decides. Now, this last week, folks, it was close. It was so close. The Pet of the Week, this was the closest Pet of the Week we've had, okay? It is the closest Pet of the Week we had. We had Miss Ashley Ann's cat or dog, Booger, who, by the way, is stunning and literally adorable. Okay, literally. And you all know that I love Booger. Okay. And we had Amy, my bouncer, Amy submitted her cat, Gracie. Yes, she did. She submitted her cat, Gracie, for Pet of the Week this last week. So we had basically Booger, two of my good friends, Amy, Miss Ashley Ann, facing off with their pets. And there were no other people who sent in their pets for Pet of the Week. So the votes, there were a lot of votes. You guys voted. You voted on the Instagram story and on the Instagram post. At the end of the day, this week's Pet of the Week won by 2 votes. 2 votes. 2. That's how close it was. It was close. I know, Fred. Who won? Who won? Who won? I will show you who won. Are you ready? Da, 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 da. Hold on, I gotta do it. I gotta turn it around. Oop. Let me get. Oh, pet of the week. Do you see it there?
Hi.
Do you see it there? This is the pet of the week. Let's turn this on. We gotta turn it on.
Hi, Kitty.
Oh wait, we gotta do it again. we gotta give do it again. Pet of the week. Pet of the week is Amy's Gracie. Congratulations, Amy and Gracie, for pet of the week. This will be on my Instagram after tonight. We will put it on Instagram where you can see the adorable Miss Gracie. And say congratulations to Amy for pet of the week. It is an adorable picture. You know, it's so adorable, you guys, right? Like, I don't know how to turn the camera around now. There it is. It's the turning it this way and that way for me, you guys. I don't know. But I'm going to put this on my Instagram. Give a copy to Miss Amy. Hit her with a favorite, you guys. Congratulate her on winning Pet of the Week with Miss Gracie. I love her cats. I love, so adorable. If you have a pet, remember, you too can get all the clout. Okay? And I want to encourage people who didn't win the vote this week to not forget to send their picture of their pet back in again to see if they could be pet of the week on a different week. Just because you didn't win one week doesn't mean you wouldn't win the next one. Okay, especially when they're so close. Like, anybody can submit their pet, okay? Just have to have a picture of your pet and send it to me on my Instagram. So don't forget to send in those Instagrams pictures. We only take real pets, no pet rocks. Thank you very much. So so while we all love pet lives do matter. So I think, as like just wrapping up tonight with Meow and Me, everybody, I want to first off thank you all for coming in and joining me tonight. We do this every week at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Monday. We usually talk to 3 special pet owners. Tonight we only had our 2 because Danny had something called away, unfortunately for her. And Chuck Norris on Chuck's Love Adventure. So Chuck got stood up. So make sure you guys send poor Chucky, my baby. We had great stories from Pets in the News, and we had our amazing Pet of the Week, Amy, with her pet Grace. So please make sure to send in your Pet of the Week photos into my Instagram if you're interested on being on Meow and Me. And Meow means make each one wanted. That's what Meow is. That's what it stands for. And whether it's a cat, a dog, a lizard, a snake, a bat, I don't know, whatever you consider to be your pet, you guys, welcome, and please hit us up. Let us know. Let emoji name Jay know, hey, Jay, I've got a dragon. I don't know. I've got a lizard. I've got a turtle. Can I be on the show? So we love curious animals. So absolutely fun. So I appreciate everybody for coming out tonight. We appreciate your time. I hope you had a good time tonight. We will see you next week. Same time, same lovely channel. And we are done with Meow and Me for this week, you guys. I will see you next week. I'm going to end this for right now because I'm trying to get us all in featured show mode as we go forward. So I'm going to end this now, but I'll probably pop back on and after I get a chance to